The propaganda, it's Russia's known for putting out propaganda, but it seems that this time around Ukraine might have them beat. Certainly early on into this, and you've written about the ghost of Ukraine and all of these. And I had people that should know better, that I know that are halfway intelligent. Hey, have you seen these pictures of Zelensky when he's fighting in the trenches? And these things that it's like the last 3 years or the last 2 years didn't happen. There's been so many people, like I said, that were skeptical against the jab, that were skeptical against masks, and certainly the head doctor of it all, Fauci,
Yeah.
that grew to hate this guy and believe that the media lies all about this stuff. And the moment Russia invades Ukraine, they whatever is shown to them on the TV or the apps you mentioned, like it's a meme war at this point, and TikTok. Oh well, that's all true. That's all true now. And
Yeah.
so there's this ghost of
Yeah.
Ukraine, and the idiot from my state with the patch on his eye, his name's slipping me right now because I can't stand him. But damn, I can't remember his name.
Dan Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. Yes, he's tweeting about the thing like it's real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess I'll just get your comment on on just the propaganda, and that unfortunately people that should not be falling for this are eating it up.
Well, I think that's why it's so effective, is that it's funny. I hate to cite the New York Times, but occasionally they'll do good reporting or good content, but then they're completely oblivious that it applies to themselves. And so they did an article on misinformation, and they listed I think 4 factors that drive it: psychological and social factors that drive misinformation. And a key one was simply that people, that misinformation is effective when people want to believe it. Simply put, like, it's not like that you, if there's like a meme or something that is just, opposed to what you believe in or something like that, like you're obviously immediately going to think like that's fake, like, or it offends you, whatever. You continue scrolling, interact with it. But when you're presented with something that appeals to something in you, some bias or some prejudice, whatever, then you basically, you choose to believe in it. Although maybe some part of you knows, this might not be true. It's true enough. Mm-hmm. And I think that is why, especially for conservatives who, like you said, they got wise to Fauci and they got wise to the whole COVID stuff. But they have allowed themselves to be deceived by these pro-Ukrainian memes, because it appeals to something, or a collection of sentiments. And I think the most obvious one is this kind of like residual Russophobia that Americans still have. Like, like a lot of us saw Red Dawn. And grew up bashing and hating commies for good reason and stuff like that. And so that's certainly part of it, I think. There's also, like you said, like some conservatives do actually think that Russia has been meddling in our affairs and stuff like that. So I think that's why the Ukrainian propaganda has been so effective, is because there's already something in the target population that makes them susceptible to it. And I think another aspect of it is that a lot of this stuff has been tailor-made to American and specifically conservative sensibilities. The Second Amendment, 1776, nationalism. It's all there. And that's why it's so effective. That's why it's so seductive and so dangerous, because Russia's information campaign, I would say, has been mostly inward, in the sense that they want to, as much as possible, kind of downplay the cost of the war in terms of manpower, how many people are getting killed or whatever. The number, like 15,000, is just insane. Like, Ukraine has not killed 15,000.
Right.
I'll retire from commentary if I'm wrong about this, but 15,000 troops killed. I mean, I'm sure it's higher than Russia thought, but it's not 15,000. But in either case, it's higher than Russia, I think, thought it would cost them, right? So their information campaign is more of like suppressing the cost of the war to the Russian population to keep morale up, you know, whereas the Ukrainian misinformation campaign is mostly directed to the outside to get other people to come and help them.